One go.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Spear Broadcast Podcast. I'm Zach DeBadge, joined alongside Jack Adamson, Zach Goodman, and Nathan Holmes. Guys, this upcoming week is Make-A-Wish Week, Warrior Week. How about that?
Well, Warrior Week, it's very good stuff. We are raising money for this year for an individual kid named Jordan who wants to go to Disney World.
Harry Potter Land.
Oh, Harry Potter Land.
It's a Harry Potter land. It's not
Harry Potter World.
I think it's in Disney
Yeah, I
World.
think
There's like
it's
Universal
Universal.
Studios over there.
Universal.
Yeah, I think it's probably Disney World. Not completely sure. So this year we have a lot of Harry Potter themed days for dress up days. First day you actually just dress like your favorite Harry Potter character, and then the next day is Quidditch Day, which is dressing up as a sports, just any sport. Wacky Tacky Day is Wednesday. Twinning Day is Thursday, and on a Friday you wear your Warrior Week shirt or any HS attire.
Personally, I'd like to see Mr. Wallace dress up as Hagrid. I think that would be the best costume ever.
I'll tell you, I'm not a very
Or
Harry
Campbell.
Potter. I don't have a lot of Harry
You gotta
Potter
get the
That
stuff.
spirit.
tall guy with the giant beard.
Yeah, does anybody
Gandalf?
know what I'm talking about when I say Hagrid? Okay.
Is that the same?
No, that's Lord of the Rings.
Okay, yeah. See, don't really watch those shows. That's not my
So
forte.
you really didn't have a childhood, or?
I had a childhood. I just did not watch Harry Potter. Was not a wizard guy, so I knew it was all fake, of course.
So is Lord of the Rings.
I did not watch Lord of the Rings. I've heard
Star
of Gandalf.
Wars?
I was a Star Wars guy.
Okay, good.
That was real though. I mean, that's believable.
Yeah, I mean, they say it in the opening credits a long time ago in a galaxy far, far. That's essentially saying
We have not
this
studied.
is a true story.
We have not studied into space far enough to tell if it was real or not. So we can't even see out of our own galaxy. So I mean, never know.
I mean, Lord of the Rings
far, far away.
was sort of real. There's dragons.
There's a giant eye in the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not
I'm trying to think what would be
I
a
don't
good
know.
analogy to the modern day Sauron.
I don't know. Lord of the Rings.
Drones.
Like a huge Comcast like
It's just the
dish
government.
just moving around. That's the eye. But moving on to later in Warrior Week, the fundraiser. I know Mr. Meyer's been talking about it a lot, and I'm really looking forward to this one because I think it's going to be a good year for this. We usually, our ranges from about $12,000 to $15,000 a fundraiser, and certainly there's schools that do a lot more, but I think this year we really have an opportunity and a good motive to certainly up the bar.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, $15,000-$20,000 is a lot of money raised for a kid.
Yeah.
Definitely enough for him to go to Disney World and help pay for other kids or his some of his surgeries. But I mean, you've seen schools like Mountain Vista; they put up numbers like stupid, like $120,000, and there's more incentive behind it. They get rewards for donating, and it's kind
That's
of like
true.
that. There's a professional way of doing it. You can implement that way at Arapahoe, and
Well, plus they have the Visa card
yeah, you
swipes,
pay
right?
with the Visa. You
Yeah.
have to pay in cash here,
Yeah.
or checks here.
Maybe this year we should get Apple Pay or something,
Mhm.
upgrade. But yeah, I
It's
think it's going to be a good
Samsung.
year. Yeah, but I think, I'm not really sure how the whole thing works. I don't really remember it from years past too well. But I think if we have like a good, MC or something like that, where we call out certain people and ask them to do certain things to raise this amount of money, I think that's the way to go to really get. I'm not shaving the head.
Like Jack Adams said, come up here to shave your head.
Yeah.
Raise $10,000 for this kid.
I'll take a rain check on that one. But
You've done it once, you do it
yeah,
again.
hey, I've already paid my dues.
But I mean, your hair just grew back thicker. And it's a little nice.
Took me a whole year, but yeah, it's back. But yeah, I think if you get a good MC or something like that, like maybe a Clayton Kane who really can.
Clayton would be phenomenal.
Yeah. He's head coach of Unified Basketball. He does so many things around this school, and he does Spear Broadcasting, and he knows how to generate. And just being in a class with him, I think he'd be a great MC to say,
One of
Connor Desh, if we raise $5,000, you shave your head.
Oh,
I think
that'd
that
be
would
exciting,
be
man.
the
He's got a
ultimate.
did get a hair.
Yeah.
Any lacrosse player, honestly.
Oh,
They
yeah.
all got some long hair.
Get a
They
coach
love
to
their
shave
flow.
something in their head. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah, that's
We'll
perfect.
see. Next Wednesday, one of the biggest things about Warrior Week is hyped up is the teacher versus student basketball game. And this year the students, I looked at their roster, they're really stacked. They're stacked with a lot of the kids on the basketball team. So I wouldn't expect too tight of a game, but
Yeah.
it still should be fun watching some of your teachers
I
play.
do they have the teacher roster set?
No, they do have it. I didn't really look at it too closely. I know Mr. Jansen's on there, but he's probably their weakest point no matter who else is on the team. Mr. Jansen's just not a very good athlete. But we'll see what they pull out. So
If this ever gets around him, he's gonna.
I'm not afraid to have him see this.
I think you
I
got
think-
Craig. I think
If
Mr.
he's-
Craig is by far one of the most athletic dudes at the school.
Well, you hear the stories of how he used to dunk on kids
Oh yeah.
back in those games, previous years.
I don't know how old Craig is, but I still think he could get up there. I think if you got Campbell and, Lowe down in the post, man up against Timmons pretty well.
Speaking of the basketball season, the basketball team, they ended their season last Wednesday, and they lost to Fort Collins. But it truly was a really good season. It was an up and down season, but it really ended on a high note, even with the loss.
Yeah, that big upset against Doherty, that was really good for the team.
Yeah, they came into the playoffs as a 27 seed, and they almost got upset in their first game by a Pine Creek team that really came ready to play. But they were really overlooked as a team because they were missing Ben Timmons, their main center, for most of the year. And they won a 7-game slide, and they played in the hardest conference by far in the league, the Centennial League. And they just battled through, and they got that bad seed, but they came in, they went to Doherty, who wasn't even really, they thought they were going to blow
The
the
sixth
Warriors out. They're the 6th seed. They hadn't lost a game since like December, and they went in there and they dominated the Spartans. So very good win, good way to end the season. They played a really competitive game up in Fort Collins against a team, really good Fort Collins team. They did not overlook the Warriors because they saw,
No.
wow, they watched their film, they knew what was coming. They ran a really good press, but really props to the Arapahoe Warriors basketball boys. They really fought well, and the girls too.
Yeah.
They went in.
Sweet 16.
It's grand.
And it was cool. They went in. Grandview's ranked number 2 in the nation. They had a girl. Where's the girl going on there? They have a girl on their team going. Some big D1, and they're just really, really good. And the girls went out there and they hung with them for the first 3 quarters, which is really nice. They went out and with the new strategy, they shot a lot of threes, and they almost pulled the upset. They gave it a really good effort. Good seasons by both basketball teams. But now we're rolling into the spring sports.
Yes, Zach, what can you tell us about the baseball team this year?
Mr. Insider.
Well, it's a little weird. I'm on the baseball team. You had several guys on the baseball team inside the Spear, but we had a really low rank. They actually didn't even include us in the top 50, but they do that preseason stuff based on returning starters from last year's varsity team. And we have like 3 guys, only 4 guys who played on the varsity team last year returning, and none of them really got a substantial amount of play time. So they really are not looking at us as a team that can be very good, but we definitely have talent and the team chemistry is there, and we can definitely pull off some good wins this year and make a run at something.
And the first game you said was the
Tuesday the 14th against
Tuesday the
Mountain
14th.
Vista. And then we play the 16th next Thursday at Torres Field against Chaparral at 11:30. I know you had an excused absence if you missed school to come to that. It'll be a fun event, but
Oh,
yeah. Lacrosse team, I know they start their season soon. They are ranked preseason number 4 in the state. They're always they're always a contender for the title.
yeah, they breed really good players in this area. I'm not sure why. It always goes back to coaching. I've never played lacrosse. I've hardly ever watched it, but I see those guys, and they are very, very skilled.
It's a very fun sport to watch.
Yeah, we made it to the state championship last year. I love going to the games because it's lacrosse and those intense games. It's exciting because it's such an offensive-oriented game. Every time you don't score on an offensive possession, it's like a big shift in momentum. It's a big momentum shifting game. It's fun to watch.
Yeah. Track is also starting. We don't have many returning starters though. A lot of new people, but we have potential for a good season.
Yep, and the
First
lady
meet tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yeah, we have a
Is it
JV.
here?
Yeah, no, JV meet at Mullen tomorrow, and then league relays. I'm not sure where it is, but that's on Saturday.
Okay. And the Lady Warriors also have their first game tonight at Arapahoe, so it's their season opener.
Or
Ladies soccer, sorry.
ladies,
Yeah,
they're
Lady Warriors
pre-ranked
of some
number
sport.
number 2 or 3 in the state, aren't
They're
they?
very high because
They're
they
very
have a
high.
lot of returning seniors. Unlike baseball, they have all their captains all played varsity, and they're a heavily senior oriented team. So.
And they also have good juniors. I know Cameron McMillan's already committed to Denver,
Mhm.
and they're very good in lacrosse. They're good in lacrosse, but she's committed there for girls soccer. I know they were ranked number 1 in the country at a few points this season. So a lot of talent coming from a lot of different Warrior sports. In fact, the girls lacrosse team has their first game tomorrow against Kent Denver. So another exciting game.
Mhm.
It feels good to get this spring sports back in swing and get them going. Let's just talk about free agency. We can talk about where Adrian Peterson's going to go. Sanjay Ashton just signed with the
Bucks.
Buccaneers. The Brandon Marshall yesterday.
with the
They already-
Giants.
Cutler
Cutler's
just got
been
cut.
released.
Yeah,
He got caught.
yeah, by the Bears just today.
Yep.
Good.
He actually asked for it. He literally said, "Hey, can I get released?"
Yeah.
Just like with the Broncos, and then he started whining where he actually released him.
Well,
Yeah.
All right, here you go.
Oh yeah, we should say.
All right.
So talking about NFL free agency, it's buzzing up. The deadline. I mean, it's actually today where they have to release all their players. So it's just about to get exciting, seeing where all these superstars end up. And I mean, there's so many different guys that are going different places.
Well, yeah, so Jay Cutler just got released by the Bears. He actually asked for it just like he did in Denver, so it'll be interesting where he decides to go. The Jets are apparently big contenders for that area.
Are the Jets ever gonna breed a good quarterback?
But I mean, it's tough to.
Maybe
It's,
They're like the second-hand Cleveland.
They've been
They
pretty
just keep getting-
unlucky
yeah.
through the years. I mean, there was some hope with Ryan Fitzpatrick, and then that was just kind of downhill.
I feel like they have the pieces in place once they got rid of Rex Ryan.
well, they're already in talks with, as of right now. By the time this is posted, we'll see what's. Well, we'll probably already know what's happened. But they're in talks with the Broncos for trade for Trevor Siemian, and if that would happen, it looks likely, as the Cowboys, as we are talking right now, have said that they are going to trade Tony Romo to either the Texans, the Broncos, and if the Broncos are looking to trade Trevor
Would
Siemian,
it be like a 3-team trade?
it could be a 3-team trade. It could just be the Broncos give the Cowboys someone for Romo, and the Broncos get someone for Siemian. We'll see. It could get really interesting. The Cowboys, I mean, understandably want to get rid of Romo. They're going to build off of their rookie Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott, 2 really good rookie seasons going into their sophomore years. And that's who they're going to base their franchise around. So there's not a place for a veteran Tony Romo, who still is one of the better quarterbacks in the league,
I can hear AC shouting down the hallway.
just very injury prone, which we'll see if he holds up. If he doesn't, then you're looking at either Trevor Siemian if he stays with the team, or Paxton Lynch, who was their first-round pick last year.
Yeah, Elway's too smart to. I mean, the Broncos at this point want somebody young that they can get for a few years and see if they stick around.
We'll see how it goes.
But he's so injury prone, and then just having a backup. Because I didn't have a lot of faith in Paxton. I don't think he could carry a team, deep into the season, much less the playoffs. So if Romo, is a walking hospital bed, he's going to get hurt. So
We'll see. I mean, Tony Romo's had some good playoffs runs with the Cowboys.
He had one playoff game.
Well, that's not true. In his career.
Fact check.
In his
Or
career.
no, they won one playoff game. They won one playoff game. They went multiple times. They only won.
Tony Romo's had one playoff.
He only won.
But,
one playoff game.
If they do sign Romo, it makes their draft interesting. I mean, I wouldn't expect them to draft a quarterback early. But if Romo does go down, I think, especially if they trade Simeon, they'll be looking to build off Paxton Lynch for their future.
So Tony Romo has only won 2 of the 6 playoff games he's played in.
33%. That's.
Okay, so I was off.
It should be 3-3 after the Des Bryant mishap where he caught it. I still think he was in catch and he was reaching for the goal line. But those interesting catch rules, they got to get it figured out.